Hey, how's it going, Amp2?
What's up?
Nothing much, man. Dirt 3 just launched on Live. I'm a huge Dirt fan. I know you're not into racing games, but I figured we'd give it a shot.
Absolutely.
All right, it's loading up here. Now, do you know anything about Dirt or the Dirt series or anything like that?
No, I don't play racing games very much.
Okay, well, I'll give you a little lessons here. Um, Colin McRae was a huge rally racer. He was a legend, basically, and he passed away um, during a rally event. And he used to have a series of games called Colin McRae Rally Racing. And the last one that he did was actually Dirt. And after Dirt, he had passed away. So Dirt 2 came out, and Travis Pastrana and Ken Block were kind of doing it a little bit more than, kind of in the name of Colin McRae. And then now Dirt
Right.
3's here. It's the new kind of iteration of it, and Ken Block is the star basically because he's taken the rally world by storm with Gymkhana and other things like that. So what I'm
So
going to
there's
do
actual
is,
story to it.
well, I mean it's real life story, but
Ah,
that's all happened in real life. So um, in these type of games, you have a couple different play modes. You have Gymkhana, which is brand new. It's kind of like a freestyle, like do whatever you want sort of thing. You just have a lot, and you go like circle around whatever. And I'll show a little bit above a little bit of that at the end of the quick look here. But then you
okay.
have just regular races, rally races, which are point to point. You basically start, and then you go to a finish, and there's someone reading directions to you as you're going.
Hmm.
You can see the interface here looks pretty freaking sweet.
It does. I haven't seen anything like this in any other game.
Yeah. Um, so they have rally car racing. So you're in a rally car, and you can use cars from the '60s all the way up to present. Um,
And it's looking like you've already done a lot in this.
I've just gotten started really. So right here, this is a let's just jump right in here. I know I've already done this. Okay, so this is a land rush, and land rush is another point-to-point race, but you're using extremely fast cars, and you're basically going as fast as you can. So I'll go ahead and just do one that I've already done, and show you a little bit of the cars here. So this one here is an Audi,
Hmm.
and
Audi.
you can't really modify the cars or anything like that. Um, but you can see the graphics are really, really impressive. Uh,
Yeah.
these are the actual car models that they use in the
They
game.
got some good lighting and shadow effects going on.
Exactly. Um, but yeah, so the next event I have is actually a 7-lap race, which I don't, I don't really know if I want to do that, but I'll just go right into it. Uh,
Yeah, you're going fast. Should be quick.
yeah. Now these are the different types of cars and liveries that you have. In this version, the liveries and the cars are kind of tied to each other. Before, you could choose a car and then choose a livery to use with it. Um, the problem with that is, you're always going to go for the highest rep. So this one here, you can see the objective bonus. It gives me 650 rep. I'm not going to use a 100 rep car. I'm going to use this car to give me the most rep.
The higher the rep, the more difficult the car is to operate.
No, it just gives you the most points. Like,
Oh,
all the cars are pretty easy to operate. Now, I play without any sort of assists on, but they have assist for, like, it'll give you the best line to drive. They'll have, like, automatic braking, automatic turning. They'll have ABS, which is, it keeps your car from spinning out. They have power steering to help you, steer a little better and stuff.
right.
So there's a lot of stuff to help you out, and I mean, look at that city.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Blue
Yeah,
the Hill.
exactly. This game it looks fantastic. Now it's available on PC, PS3, Xbox 360, and on Live. And obviously we're playing it on Live right now. Because on Live, everywhere else you go to buy it, it's still $50, $60. On Live, it's $35.
OnLive has the best deals anywhere.
That is true. So we're gonna just race here. Um,
Oh, it just
whoa,
gets right into it.
yeah. Well, and another thing is if you mess up like that, You can just restart the race really quickly. They also have a feature called flashbacks that if you mess up and you're like at the end of the race or something like that, you can pause it, do a replay, and
See where you messed up.
well, no, you can actually replay back to where before you messed up, and hit the flashback button, and it'll let you go back, start from right that point. And I'll probably do one here in a minute if I really mess up, but this
Mess
event,
up on purpose.
yeah, this event type here is called a rallycross, and rallycross is basically
Spin them out. I like that.
you go over multiple types of terrain, and you're also racing against other cars on the same track. Usually rally racing is just you and the track, with stilted starts, so you might run into other people, but you're not going to, it's not usually going to happen.
If you do really good or really poorly, you'll see other people.
Exactly.
So yeah, this is a very small track. 7 laps isn't that bad.
Yeah, it's not. Now, I don't play with the HUD on either. Usually there would be like the accelerator at the bottom right and keeping track of all your track numbers and stuff like that.
I was about to say. Uh-oh. You always spin out right there.
Yeah, the handbrake's a little... That's my only complaint with this game. When you go to use the handbrake, the car just doesn't react the way you're expecting. But aside from that, I mean, everything in this game looks right on. The graphics are great. The car physics are great. So are the tire physics. You really feel it when you go from like dirt or sand or snow onto asphalt. You can feel the car just grip 100%.
Differently.
Oh yeah, like a lot differently. It's pretty impressive. Well, that's why I was drifting so much, is because they have little challenges, as you just saw there. Drift a total of 524 feet. They have little challenges like, whoa, go a certain...
That was bad.
Yeah, go a certain max speed. So this is a great time for me to show you the flashback thing. So here I am just rewinding. And what happened there was I actually pushed on the handbrake, and it spun me out. But I'm going to go back here, and you'll see at the bottom right those 3 rewind emblems in the X button. I'm going to go ahead and hit the X button. And it's going to start me right from there.
Oh, wow.
Yep, and you can do that a total of 5 times. Now, if you don't use those, you actually get a bonus. So that's always good. Now, in this race here, it's basically, it's kind of a race you're used to. A bunch of cars on a track, and you're going around on in a bunch of circles, and that's fine.
Yeah, typical racing.
Yeah. Rally racing is a straight line, so you go from a starting line all the way to a finish line that's never in the same spot. So it's
Point A to point B that do not connect.
Exactly. And then you also have a passenger that's reading you directions on how to get through the track. So they'll say like, medium left, medium right, or if you have it on the complex, it'll say left 4 or, right 2, that sort of thing. The lower the number, the more difficult the turn is. And you can change who is telling you what in the options screen. Like, you can change it from a male to a female voice, and if it's complex or easy, all that.
Yeah. I'm guessing the vast majority of people use the female voice.
I use the male voice, actually. The female voice is American. The male voice is actually English.
Oh, so he has the accent.
Exactly. So that I got first in that one. Not very tough, but they have 3 announcers. They have an English man announcer, English woman announcer, and then they have some American dude that's all up in your face, bro. Like, that was totally amazing, amigo. Like, you're totally gonna go places.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it's a very bad presentation on that front. Like, it's so over the top, so corny. I could have done without it. That's for sure.
Some over-the-top American dropout surfer dude.
Exactly. Exactly. And the English guy is always putting him in check, like, now, hold on now, So I'm going to do Gymkhana, and I'll admit to you right now, I am not very good at Gymkhana. again, you have to go into these specified areas and do like a trick almost. So there's an area designated for donuts, or there's an area designated for tight spins, or there's an area designated for drifts, and I never do good with any of them.
So basically, you don't want to even try these until you've mastered the art of controlling the vehicle.
Right, because I mean they throw you into the tutorials right at the beginning of the game, because that's the new big thing for this game is Gymkhana this, Gymkhana that. It's great, but it's just it's not easy, that's for sure.
Right.
All right, here we go. So I'm gonna get some air, and then they want me to do a donut around here. Okay, and then they want me to drift over here, which I did, and then they want me to smash into those things, and then they want me to do
Ooh.
yeah. I'm trying to concentrate on what they want me to do. They want me to do a donut around this thing. Alright, and now they want me to smash these over here. And smash these. Smash these. Which I didn't do. Then they want me to drift under here. But that doesn't count because it didn't smash those.
Yeah, go around and do it again.
Yeah. You can see it's very, kind of, counterintuitive almost. Like, it's very disjointed. If I just in the playground and I can do whatever I want, that's fine. You know, like, it doesn't bother me. But when I have to follow someone else's direction, it's pretty tough.
Get overwhelmed.
Yeah. I didn't even score in like a bronze. So I'm gonna, you know, I'm just gonna retry. Because you can't continue unless you score.
Right.
You know, so I'll try and do. Now that I know what the track is, I'll probably do a lot better, since I know what they're asking of me.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Knowing me though, probably not.
How easy is it to do a donut?
You just slam on the handbrake.
I remember I've tried, the few racing games I've tried, doing a donut is extremely hard.
Yeah, it can be, but you just,
Like,
you know, tap the handbrake every now and then.
Like on Just Cause 2, I know it's not a racing game, but I was able to pull off a donut going high speed down a street. I took a backflip of that. That was pretty cool.
Man,
Took a lot of practice, though.
So now I gotta restart again. You know, this isn't the best way to really show off the game because but really this is how the game is because it's a lot of trial and error, especially with the Gymkhana part.
Yeah.
You know, racing is simple. You know, you race, and if you have the skills, then you do it. But I was spinning there for a while, and it wasn't going.
Yeah.
You know, and I find myself to be pretty good at the driving aspect of this game. I think I have pretty good car control, and this is still...
It's just the tricks of the trade.
It's still a lot harder for me to do this stuff. Alright.
Smash.
Yeah, smash that.
Smash, drift,
Smash
air.
that. Exactly.
Oh, no, there's one more
Smash. Oh no, donut.
donut.
Man.
Ooh, overturned it.
Yeah. Alright, and then we have air. And I still didn't beat it.
Yeah, did better than your first time.
Yeah, by 5 seconds, but we'll just continue. You know, and that's me putting it all that I have, and I didn't even get a bronze. And it's probably just for different people. You know, I'm really good at the racing, not so good at the Gymkhana. And
Yeah.
whenever I can go and do the DC compound by myself, and there's no, like, you know, do this or do that or, you know, whatever, what have you, I'm fine. But You know, it comes down to whatever is good for you. Now, here's a rally race. This is the open here. Basically, like any style of car. Then you have the 2000 series, which just came out in 2000. And then these are the 90s. And I
Okay.
usually prefer the older cars, so I'm going to go with
I'm
this
still
one.
a little puzzled about the whole rep thing. Why do they have some cars that are worth more than others?
Based on the sponsors that are on them.
Hmm.
As you do racing and get more popular, you'll get higher profile sponsors. And Garmin is the latest sponsor that I've gotten, so that's going to give me the most rep.
Okay, so but there's absolutely no incentive to use the lower ones. You get no bonuses. There's no penalty for using the higher rep.
No, not that I know of. I mean, I just go for the higher rep because I feel like it's going to give me, like, as you level up, it's going to level you up faster. If you're
Right.
more comfortable with a different car and you can do better, you'll get, you know, it'll balance out basically. If you go for the highest rep car, but you're not good with that car, you're better with a different car. It's going to even itself out.
The more you use a car, the more sponsors you'll get for that car.
Like I said, the cars all seem to have their sponsors attached to them, so it doesn't matter which car you use, really. Just as long as how am I trying to put it here? I'm trying to race and answer the question at the same time. Um, whoa, and
Multitask.
I can't hear the guy telling me the directions either, so I'm going blind. Basically, the sponsors are separate from the cars. They kind of just appear on whatever car is there, and you can't change the delivery once it's on the car.
Uh,
So you basically just go with whatever car you like and forget about the sponsor.
okay.
I can never get the fishtail to come out well. Like it handles a little differently from Dirt 2. It's a lot more authentic than Dirt 2. That's for sure.
Hmm. So this is a rally, so this one's not a loop. It's an actual track.
Yeah, this is actually a head-to-head rally. So someone else has started on the opposite end of the track, and I'm racing them on the other end of the track. Now, if I'm super fast, I can actually catch up to him and pass him, but that's not really going to matter. We're both going against the clock, technically.
So technically you're on different tracks. You're not going to actually run into them.
Exactly. We're both racing on the same track. He's just all the way on the other side.
Ah. Once you stop dead, that's never good.
No, and again, it has to do with the way they have the handbrake system in this version. It's just really hard for me to drift around a turn now. When I could drift around a turn in Dirt 2 using the same methods. It's just because of all of the assists that they have now, you really have to pick and choose what you're going to put on. And I mean, the races, it's on casual right now. They're certainly easy to beat, but even on casual, I couldn't beat the Gymkhana stuff. So I mean, and I'm barely beating them. I'm beating them only by like a second or so. So I mean,
Right.
it's a very challenging game. It's a lot more challenging than Dirt 2, that's for sure. But it's also a much better game. You feel a lot more rewarded going through the ranks and stuff. I mean, I feel like the races are too short. They're always under like 2 minutes. I would rather races be between 2 to 5 minutes, just so that I'm in the car more often and not in the menus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically it. I mean, you have your big truck races. I guess I'll do one of those, because we've been in the car mostly. But you have the rally cross. This is rally here. Oh yeah, I have to do another race for it. This is the rally racing, just head to head. And then you have the rally cross, which we did as well. That was all those cars on the track at the same time. You have the
Yeah.
Gymkhana. You have the Land Rush, which is you're in a faster car, and you're basically doing a point-to-point rally race as fast as you can. And then we have the truck races and buggy races, which they're just off-road races, like in the sand or the snow, and everyone's kind of racing the same truck. What they did in Dirt 2 was they kind of had a multi-class system. You could have buggies versus trucks and SUVs and ATVs and all that stuff. Nowadays, it's in Dirt 3, you just have the stadium trucks versus stadium trucks, or the buggies versus buggies, and all that stuff. Now, I can understand why. You can actually have a tire blowout, or a tire fall off the rim, or get a
There's
flat.
the other car.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that can handle damage that can happen damage-wise. Like I've had a tire blow out. I've hit a nail in the road and my tire just goes flat. Or
And that's completely dynamic.
exactly. Now they actually have potholes too. So I've blown a tire in Kenya, and oh, that's not good. Gonna do the flashback thing, and you can see how the wall deformed. Look at that.
Yeah. There wasn't a scratch there, and now there is.
Exactly.
And it caved in a little bit. The tire on top fell down.
Yeah, so Kenya has potholes in the roads because obviously lower maintenance, But
Yeah.
those potholes do affect your handling very, very much, and they can blow out your tires. So you got to be careful where you're driving while you're racing in Kenya, or you're going to have problems with your tires.
Now, do you have a certain amount of tires you can use? A set number of?
No, I mean, once your
sets?
tire's gone, you could finish the race without a tire if you wanted. But once it's gone during the race, you have to restart the race, or that's it, really.
That looked like the same track.
It was. It was the same track. It was another race just against a different person.
And yeah, I saw that. You only won by 1 second.
Mm-hmm. I still really like the presentation. I like the graphics. I like the tracks. I think all of that is on point. They really nailed it on the head. The controls are great. The physics are great for the tires in the car. The damage is great. It's all fantastic. What I don't like are the race lengths are a little too short. There's also online in here, but I haven't had a chance to play it yet. And online you can do like a capture the flag mode or a tag mode, or you can just do basic racing.
What's
but that's
the
up to
tag mode?
Tag mode is basically someone's it, and they come and tag you, and now you're it, and you gotta go and chase them down.
Oh, it's literally tag.
Exactly. And
Actually
here's
sounds
a night
fun.
race. Yeah, it is. I mean, the online multiplayer is going to be very, very fun. But here's a night race here, which I've actually not done one yet, so this should be interesting.
Same track again?
Yep. They had night races in Dirt 2, but never really any weather races, like snowing or raining or anything like that. In Dirt 3, they do have all of that. And the track conditions do change. That was a horrible turn, but that's okay.
Make up for it right here.
Again, you see, it just won't follow through. That's another one of my complaints, but it is an older car. I'm sure one of the newer cars will do it.
They'll have
Alright.
better handling.
Yeah, because like the older cars, they don't have ABS or power steering or anything like that, or anti-lock brakes. So, whoops, man, just not my day. Well,
And I see when you hit that, the lights on the front went out and it changes. And
exactly. So I mean, all the damage is dynamic. You can bust out your lights. You can crash into walls, and that'll deform the walls and stuff like that. But it's I didn't finish it. It's going to give me rep, as you can see there, for not using flashbacks, or for the flashbacks I didn't do. But that's where rep comes in, as to how you level. So you'll level up slower.
And it looks like you get 50 rep per unused flashback.
Exactly. But there's a truck race here that I'll do, and then that'll be the last thing for the quick look. So, and all those trucks are the same basically. It's just the different livery or the different sponsor that you use for that race.
Mobile 1.
Yep. Now this type of racing is very, very drifty. It's very floaty, very drifty, very
Off-road.
loose. Yeah. And so you'll have a lot of trucks flipping around. You'll have a lot of I've
Do you
lost a
actually-
tire on this.
Sorry to interrupt again. Do you actually flip?
Yeah, you will flip. Yes.
Nice.
I mean, you can check out some of my Brad clips. You will flip over big time.
Yeah, it's the only time I pay attention to NASCAR is when someone does a flip.
So here we go. These are all of the entrants, and I'm gonna
Snow
race.
race. Or
Yep.
you're racing on ice.
Well, it's snow. As you can see, the
Oh, yeah, it's kicking up.
very drifty, and you can see they're carving little tire marks into the snow as well. The track's going to get all grooved up the second time around, and it does change how the cars handle. Whoops. Okay, someone got me by the tail, and now I'm stuck. Alright.
And they're just looking at you like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. I can
If I
pretty
was
much catch
standing
up,
right there, I
though.
would have ran.
Well, now that's another thing. When you're rally racing, some people run out to the road to get pictures of you, and you'll see them running from the inside of the road over to the embankment. And I've not run over one yet, but it's been close.
You caught up to them pretty quick after that crash.
Yeah, they're kind of slow. I don't know if they have an AI built in to help it, since it's on casual, to help it where I'll catch up or whatever. It might just be something to make the racing competitive,
Yeah. So you don't end up being, 3 turns behind.
Exactly. Very drifty, though, as I said.
Yeah. You only have one headlight left.
Yep, well, I don't really need it. Now, they have different views, of course. They have, this one's on the hood. This is in the car. This is outside. That's a further back. This is in front, and this is on the hood. And I prefer to race on the hood, but for this, I'll race outside the car.
So you can actually see where your car is.
Yeah, I don't usually play in this mode just because I'm more of a sim racer. I like having it as realistic as possible.
Yeah.
But this right here is just a little disjointed for me, so I'm gonna put it back on the hood.
Yeah, all the racing games I've done, I've either done the hood or I've done it from the headlights point of view.
Yeah. Now you can see the headlights are showing all the little details of all the bumps and grooves that are, in the snow. I can actually feel all of that in the way the car handles and in my controller.
You won't be feeling that with the keyboard and mouse.
No, that's for sure. I mean, the controller has force feedback, and so you'll be feeling all those little bumps and everything. But I mean, all those grooves do affect your handling and which line you're going to take whenever you're doing a race. Now, as I said, they do have an assist that will show you where to race, and it might be dynamic based on how the line's changing. But it's always, if you're not really good at racing games, it's always good to start out with all the assists on, which they do right from the back.
Right. Give you a little heads up on how to race.
Exactly. That way, if you know what you're doing, you can go turn it off.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Exactly.
Once you get the hang of it, then you can turn them off one at a time.
Right. Alright, this should be the last lap, though.
Very cool.
Yep. That's
Left
pretty
them in
much
the
Dirt
dust.
3. So, I mean, give it a try. You can play the demo for free on Live right now. You can also get it on... actually, it's not on PS3. I don't know if 360 has it, and I'm not sure if Steam has it either. But there is a demo on Live. It's free to try out, and the game's only $35 right now, new. So, yeah, definitely check it out. All right, well, for Amp Dude, this is Saino. Thanks for watching, and take care.
See you next time.